Hello y'all and welcome back. We are diving into a declutter. I feel like it has been forever since I've done a declutter, but once we moved out of the old house and into this new house and I was starting to set up my makeup table and whatnot, I was like, I just need to do declutter. Like there's no point in me organizing all this when I know like there's a good majority of stuff that I'm ready to let go of or just ready to throw away. Some of the stuff was older, so I decided to sit down, and I think I did it like in 2 nights. I sat down after my kids were in bed and I just did a speed through declutter of pretty much every category of my makeup. So there's probably going to be at least 3 if not more videos like this doing a declutter with you guys, and in today's video I'm going to go over all of my face base products, so foundations, primers, concealers, powders, highlighters, bronzers, blushes, all that sort of thing. Everything kind of to do with the face, not really the eye area, the lip area, I'm going to cover in this video. And then in the future ones we're going to go do lips, because I went through my lipsticks collection, which I'm quite proud of how much I got rid of there, but I had a lot of lipsticks, and then also I did my palettes, all of my eye products. It's gonna take several videos. I don't know if I'm gonna do them all back to back. I might just sprinkle them every couple videos or whatnot, but I just wanted to give this little intro because, as I said, I just sat down and did each category. I didn't really have like an idea for intro, outro of what I was putting together, and I wasn't sure how long it would take me, so that's what I'm sitting down now to do with you guys, and just let you know that in today's video, we're gonna do all of my face categories. So I hope you guys like declutters, because I'm sure this video is gonna be a long one, but let's dive into it and see how well I do at getting rid of stuff that I'm no longer using. All right, so these are my primers and also my moisturizers. I keep them in the same drawer, so let's go through them pretty briefly. Maybe there's a couple that I want to get rid of, but for the most part I feel like I don't plan to get rid of too much, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, let's start. First up is going to be this Good Molecules Silicone Free Priming Moisturizer. I really do like it. I forget how it is in the summer, but I think I really liked it even in the summer. As you can see, I've used a ton of it up. I'm up to here, so definitely going to keep it, use it. I'm going to try it again in the summer, especially now that I'm pregnant. I feel like my skin changes a bit and it isn't as oily. But anyway, I'm going to be keeping this. Definitely like it. This is from Pharmacy. I got it in a BoxyCharm. Again, another product that I really do like. And as you can see, it is nearly empty. So another one that I'm going to keep and finish up. And the last one for just a moisturizer, this is the Bare Republic Gel Lotion Face Moisturizer. I think this was okay. It has SPF 30, but I'm pretty sure I have one, down here that is SPF 50 that I really did like. So I think I'm going to put this for like my kids and stuff to use. I can't remember how it wears under makeup, but I'd never reach for it. So I'm going to put it for my kids to use this summer, and I'll use the other SPF 50. Okay, I thought this was SPF 50. I was wrong. This is SPF 30 as well, but it is like a tinted, it's got a tint to it. It really doesn't give you any coverage, but I do like this for wearing underneath makeup, and it's kind of like a moisturizer primer in one. It's the Mineral BB Cream. I like it. It doesn't give any coverage, like I said, but just for like a first step before putting on some foundation or on days I'm wearing no makeup, it's a great one to put on, so keeping. This is almost done. It's Catrice Prime and Fine Aqua Refresh Hydro Primer Fresh It Up. Such a long title. This is a good dupe for the primerizer from Smashbox that I also love, but this is just so much cheaper. I wish Catrice was available at Ulta. They're not available there anymore, which is a huge bummer. However, keeping it. I think this one is almost out, and I do have a backup ready to go. This is newer to my collection. It's the Milani Aqua Bloom. It kind of reminds me of the one I just talked about. However, this is actually, I feel like, has a little bit of tackiness to it, so it works really well for makeup. So still a little new to it, but I mean, I've been using it a couple months. I do like it. I'm going to keep it for sure and definitely continue using it. Like I said, it has just it feels like that one, but when it dries down, it has a little bit of tack, which I feel like helps keep, holds onto my makeup. Next up is the Dermalogica Hydro Blur Primer. This is like the one and only primer when it comes to blurring my pores that I feel like actually works. So I really do like it, and I definitely do plan to keep it. This is newer to my collection. It's supposed to be blurring as well. I didn't really notice the blurring to the extent that the Dermalogica one can give me, but it's fine. Like I mean, I've only used it for maybe a month on and off, so I feel like I have to hold on to it a little bit longer, but it's a nice one, and I have 2 different types of pore filling so far, so I don't mind keeping it. This is the Poreless Putty Primer from e.l.f. I haven't used much of it. I wasn't impressed, honestly, as you can see. Barely any of it, so honestly, I'm just going to declutter it. It's a bit clunkier and whatnot. Like I said, I wasn't impressed with it. I didn't really notice a difference, and I have not, I mean, I think I've owned this for over a year, and I've never felt the desire to reach for it again. So going to declutter. I forgot I had this one. This is the Professional, what is this called? Hydrate Primer. I honestly don't remember if I like this, so I'm going to keep it and like actually reach for it and try it out some more. This is the Pacifica Cherry Matte Mattifying Primer. I also have this one from Makeup Revolution. That's a mattifying primer. I feel like these are both kind of the same. Which one should I keep though? I don't really want to keep both. I feel like this one's pretty low down there. This one's very liquidy, and then this one's very thick. If you like go to squeeze it out, it comes out in like a very like super thick. It's probably got a little bit of like not hard product at the top, but it's just very, very thick, whereas this is super liquidy. So I don't know. I think I'll keep the Makeup Revolution. I mean, I have the more expensive kind of high-end one to what this is. And like I said, I feel like they're both the same. I don't know. I don't use them often, so I'm only going to have one. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Pacifica one and keep the Makeup Revolution. Last up, I have the All Nighter from Urban Decay. I got this one to see if it was a good like mattifying one. I don't remember, honestly, what I think about this. I tried it, gosh, was it last year for a while? And I thought I liked it. So obviously I threw it into my primer drawer, but now thinking about it, I don't remember. So I'm gonna have to pull this one along with this one out in my everyday makeup drawer to actually use them and see what I think. Last up is gonna be the Flower Beauty Super Nova Celeste Priming Whip Mousse primer, basically. I don't know. It's a very long title. This is, I feel like, a real big gimmick. I mean, it comes out really cool because it comes out like a mousse. But then when you actually use it and blend it into your skin, I don't know, it gives a little bit of shine, which is nice. Oh, it's too much product. It leaves like a shine to your skin and whatnot, which is nice, but I don't know. I put makeup on after. I don't really notice the difference. You know, primers are harder for me to review personally, but I don't know. I just wasn't crazy impressed. It felt, like I said, it felt more like a gimmick than anything. But I mean, it does leave a little sheen. I don't know. I'm never going to reach for it. I've had it in here for so long and have yet to reach for it, so I'm going to declutter it. So that is going to be 4 declutters and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 keeps. Not the greatest, but we did get rid of some, so that's great. All right, foundations, and these are going to be foundations. I feel like I have a decent number of foundations that are new and I'm testing. I'm not going to include them. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But like I said, I'm not going to include them in here because I'm testing them, so I can't really decide if I like them or not until after I finish testing them. But let's go through what's in here. It's BB creams, tinted moisturizers, powder foundations, all that stuff. All right, first up is from Colourpop. This is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Tinted Moisturizer. This one, I have 2 colors, obviously. I got it because I felt like the color wasn't quite right when I had this shade, so this one is more my shade. And while I like them well enough, they're kind of like a tinted moisturizer is really a good description of them. They give a tiny bit of tint, but they're not as like low tint as kind of the primer I was talking about. In the primer, when I was decluttering my primers, there was a tinted like BB cream in there that I said gave no coverage. This does give a little bit of coverage. It has okay wear. It's pretty broken down by the end of the night, but I like it. However, as you can see, I almost finished this one, and it's because I like using this to thin out and also lighten up my other foundations. So sometimes I'll do like a pump of a foundation, and then I'll do a pump of this lighter foundation to make it match me and also thin it out so it's not so heavy, like heavy coverage. And that's how I've been using so much of this. And then sometimes I'll just mix these together and use them alone. But yeah, I'm definitely going to keep both of these because, like I said, I like this for mixing and it's fine on its own. Next up is Bare Minerals. This is the matte golden ivory shade. I'm pretty sure this is too dark for me at this point, but it is a loose powder foundation. I feel like I am never going to wear this, but I also feel like it's good to have a type of powder, or like some type of powder foundation. But I have this one, which I do like. This is the Superstay from Maybelline. It's more my color. It's a press, so it's just cleaner and easier. It's also newer than this. This is several years old. Is this, gosh, is this when Gideon was a baby? I don't remember. It's mineral and it's a loose powder, so it probably stays good for a long time. But like I said, I can't remember the last time I reached for this. So I think I'm just going to keep the Superstay and declutter this. This is CoverGirl's Clean Matte BB Cream. I really like this. The shade is a little iffy. Sometimes I'll usually add something just to help match me a little bit better. But I don't know if you can tell, I'm almost out of this. I absolutely love it, especially when I'm oily and I want something light coverage but a foundation. This has been fantastic. I'll definitely be repurchasing. This is the Flower Beauty Get Real Serum Foundation. I absolutely love this. It's been a while since I've reached for it, honestly. I used it a lot last year, last summer specifically. I loved it for like a more full coverage foundation that just looked like skin, but it still perfected things. It wore very well in the summer heat. It wore very well on my oily skin. It was just fantastic. I used this for my sister for her wedding because it was so very nice. It just, like I said, it didn't look heavy, it didn't look makeup-y, but it also just made you look very perfected, like you're like an airbrush look to your skin, but it didn't feel heavy, it didn't look heavy on the face, so I absolutely love it, definitely keeping. This is the L'Oreal True Match Nude. This, I feel like I like it, but I don't use it a ton. It is a little dark for me, so this is definitely a foundation I will tend to like add a drop of the Colourpop tinted moisturizer to it to lighten it up. But with that, I really do enjoy the color. I feel like my coloring for this video is all over the place. I'm so sorry. But anyway, it's nice, and I think I'll keep it. I don't love it absolutely, but it's a nice serum type of foundation. Definitely if I had to like go between these two, I like the Flower Beauty more, but I also like this. It's not bad. Oh, I haven't used this in forever. I really need to. This is the L'Oreal Infallible 24 Hours. I loved it so much. It feels pretty empty, so there's probably not a ton in there. I love the pump. Yeah, definitely keeping this. This is more of a full coverage, and I just haven't been in the mood for full coverage in a while. I haven't been in the rhythm of wearing full coverage a lot, so it's been a while, but it was a good one. Another great full coverage is probably about half full because this was standing up. But yeah, great full coverage, really nice, like flawless finish, holds really well. Again, another foundation I haven't reached for in a while. I need to reach back for this. I have not worn this in forever. This is the Misha M Perfect Cover BB Cream. I need to pull it out and reach for it and see what I think about it. I don't remember, honestly. This is one I'm going to have to try again because I can't remember if I like it. But I've kept it this long. I think I like it, and it looks like decent color, so I'm gonna have to reach back for it. I do remember it being pretty more of a full coverage type of foundation. This is the Yenza BC foundation. It's a BB plus CC plus full coverage. Do I like this? I honestly can't remember. I'm gonna have to pull this out and try it some more. Maybe after I'm done reviewing all these other foundations and then see what I think. But I think I liked it. I used a decent amount, I feel like. This is the Dermalogica Multi-Use Liquid Pigments. This is a very heavy coverage, not in a bad way, but it's like a good full coverage type of foundation. You only need like a couple drops, but I haven't used much. It's getting older. I feel like I might need to toss this. I think I'll declutter. It is definitely a darker for me, as you can tell. Like I feel like it just looks so much darker than what my skin is right now. So I'm going to go ahead and declutter. This is the Pure 4-in-1 Tinted Moisturizer. Again, another foundation I can't remember what I think about it. It's been so very long. Oh, gosh. I've been really bad at changing up my foundations lately. I've had like, you know, the more tinted ones that we went through at the beginning that I just wore on repeat for literally the last year. So I'm going to have to reach for this again and see what I think, because I think I like it, but again, I can't remember. So I really need to pull for these. This is the Clinique Even Better Refresh Hydrating and Repair Makeup. I do like this one. I remember really enjoying it, and it's a bit newer to my collection. I got it as an Ulta freebie, I'm pretty sure. It was really nice, so definitely going to keep it, use it more. I thought it was nice. Haven't used this in forever. Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. I remember enjoying this though, and I've used a decent amount, so definitely going to hold on to it. I need to pull it out and use it again. It's been a while. This is the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage. Another foundation I need to use more. I remember when I first tried this, I didn't really love it. And then I got rid of it and bought it again. And I was trying it, you know, more recently as my skin has been changing. And I liked it better. So I don't think I loved this when I was super like oily and whatnot. But now that my skin, especially while pregnant, is more normal, not so oily, I think I liked it more. So definitely a foundation I'm going to reach for and try some more. All right, so definitely didn't do as well here. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 14 foundations I'm keeping and 2 that I'm getting rid of. Kind of a fail if we're going up like getting rid of a lot. However, they're stuff I'm excited to use or I really love, and so I'm keeping them. But yeah, nothing too exciting that I'm getting rid of. All right, here we have concealers. Let's jump into them. As you can see, let's start with the one that I have, obviously. That's out of repeats. Okay, this is the Catrice Liquid Coverage High Coverage or Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer. If you can't tell, this is like one of my favorite concealers. It's not like super, super heavy, full coverage, but it's also not heavy on your skin. It conceals my type of dark circles really well, and it wears so beautifully. I love it so much. And when Ulta started to discontinue, because they weren't going to carry Catrice anymore in their store, they had them on crazy discounts, so I picked up several, like more to backups, but they didn't have it in my exact shade, so I got a couple different ones around the shade, and I guess I opened them all to see which one worked. This one is the one that I had before. This is in 02 or 020, but it's nearly empty, and I have, let's see, 050, 36, and this is a 20, just like this one. These are both the same. So I don't know why I didn't finish this before, but anyway. And then this one is 048. This is definitely too dark for me, obviously, but this is kind of like a little too light, but these are perfect for me. So it just depends on kind of my mood. If I'm wanting to brighten, I'll reach for something a bit too, a bit lighter. But if I wanted to just kind of, conceal my dark circles, I don't want it to brighten too much. Maybe I'm not wearing much makeup, I go for one of these. So keeping all of these, decluttering one. Flower Beauty, I forget what, Light Illusion Full Coverage Concealer. This is really nice as well. It has a bit of a funny like smell to it whenever I use it, but it also is something that I really only noticed when I was pregnant. It's fairly new, so I don't think it's going bad. I think it's just the smell, combined with my pregnancy that's a little off. However, I do like the coverage. It's more full coverage than the one we were just talking about, and it wears nicely. So yeah, it's a great concealer. Definitely going to hang on to it. Kevyn Aucoin, I don't even know what this is called, but I have a Kevyn Aucoin concealer, and this is also really nice. Is it like, out of this world worth the extra money as opposed to my drugstore concealers? In my opinion, no, but I got it for free from an influencer or Octoly. I can't remember, so since I have it, I'm going to keep it and use it. This is from Pixi. It is the Brightening Peach Color Corrector under the eye. I'm going to give this to my sister. She's someone who actually likes to kind of do the color correcting underneath her eyes before putting on concealer, and I literally never take the time. So while I do like this product and it works well, again, I never take the time, so going to declutter and give it to her. This is Milani's Retouch and Erase Lightening Concealer. I do like this concealer as well. It works really well. I'm getting close to being out. I mean, not close to being out. I'm halfway there, I feel like. So I've been using it a decent amount. Definitely keeping a hold of it. I feel like the next time I repurchase it, though, I won't take off the little ball thingy because I don't love it as much now. I don't know. It's fine, I guess. This one wasn't as problematic to remove the sponge as the next concealer I'm going to talk about. So I guess, I don't know. It wasn't too bad because I do remember this being different than the Maybelline one, but it's definitely messy and just not as pretty looking. This is the one that I repurchased finally, and the first time I bought it, I removed this thing, and I didn't like it because then I just got too much product, so I'm leaving the ball on it this time. Obviously, I've also used a bunch of it. This is my second one that I bought. I used it up years ago, loved it, just never got around to repurchasing it because I was trying other concealers, but recently, I think last year maybe, I finally repurchased it. Again, a great concealer. I bought this in a bit of a lighter shade for me to be more brightening. I wouldn't mind it being a little bit closer to my skin color because it is a little too brightening, but I like it to give that coverage, and then I'll bring something else that's a little bit closer to make sure it's not too white and bright, but still a great concealer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear. Honestly, I'm really not into this full wear, and I remember even back when I was trying it, it was like, yeah, it's a good one, but not like my absolute favorite, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter this. This is a full coverage I like. This is a Conceal and Perfect from Milani. Definitely going to keep it. I remember really enjoying it. It's a good color for me right now, so keeping it. This is the Zoeva Authentic Skin Perfector. I think I remember thinking this was fine. Like, I liked it. It was fine enough. But it's one of those concealers I really never think to reach for. I don't know why. I just don't. So I feel like I should declutter it and maybe pass it on to one of my sisters who are all, several of them are very close to my skin tone. So it's easy for me to pass on my, my foundation concealers to them for them to use. So I think I'll do that. I'll go ahead and declutter this. This is the Dose of Color Concealer. I forget, Meet Your Hue, that's what it's called. I think I remember liking this, but it's been a while since I've used this. So I'm going to hold on to it just so I can use it some more and kind of refamiliarize myself with it because I really don't remember. But I think I remember liking it. I don't know. We'll see. This is newer to my collection. Honestly, it probably should be in my to try pile because I feel like I haven't tried it hardly at all. Oh, that's why. It's too dark for me. So anytime I try to like use it to, kind of see what I think, it's a little bit too dark because I feel like I would like it. I don't know. Should I try and make it work? I might get darker this summer. Might. I don't know, it's not terrible, but I feel like when I used it, it wasn't as brightening or as light as I like my concealers to be. I'm going to hold on to it and try it one or two more times. If it is like the color thing, then I'll declutter it. But for now, I'm going to hold on to it because I do remember liking it when I was trying it initially. But I need to put it back in my to try pile because I need to test this more. And if it's the wrong color, just get rid of it and maybe purchase a new color. So taking this out of the pile and putting it in my new to try pile. All right, so for keeping, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and I'm decluttering 4. So if I wasn't counting the repeats here, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 and 4, not too bad, and definitely, fits in my drawer a little bit better. It's not quite as full, so that is always great. All right, bronzers are next. Let's do this. These are all single bronzers. Nothing that is included in like a palette. These are just in my single bronzer drawer. All right, let's get the ones that are the most reflective. All right, this is the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. I think it's called the Mori Mori Bronzer. I never have any complaints about this bronzer. It's really nice. It's very light. I feel like the more I build it up, maybe it's a touch warm for my skin tone / preferences, but for being a very subtle type of bronzer, I do like it, so I'm going to keep it. Oh my goodness, I remember when this was like my jam / holy grail. Like, look at that. So much pan. This is from number 7. It's the Golden Sands Bronzer. It's a great one. I mean, you could see all the pan / the rings I have on the sides. I remember using it so much. I haven't reached for it in forever. I really need to reach for this again because, like I said, such a favorite. Definitely keeping. Another favorite that I have repurchased, this is the Silky Matte Bronzer in Sunkissed. Again, this is a repurchase, like I said. It's such a good one. It's one of my favorite single bronzers from the drugstore. So good, so nice, so smooth. Fantastic, not going anywhere. This is from Aesthetica. This is a Sunset Bronzer. I remember really enjoying this. It's a nice, creamy, honestly, after just watching that Milani one, it kind of reminds me of that. But yeah, it's a great, nice quality, so smooth, so pretty on the skin. Gonna keep it. This is the Matte Bronzer in Versatile, I guess, maybe, from Ofra Cosmetics. This is too dark for me, personally, and with it being so dark, I don't really like using it as a contour because it's a little too warm, so gonna declutter. This is a bronzer duo in River from Ofra by Samantha March. It has like half matte, half shimmer. It is really nice. I feel like I never reached for a shimmer bronzer, and with it being half of it, it's like hard for me to just grab the matte version, so I feel like I should get rid of it. But it's from a special collab, so then it's like, I kind of want to hold on to it. I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit longer. Going to keep it. The infamous Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. So big back in the day. I got a lot of pan in it. I think I have tried to pan it in project pans before, and obviously without success to completely pan it, but I've definitely expanded the pan over the years. This is before they repackaged it. So this is getting really, really old. Should I keep it? I mean, it's still good. I still like it, so no reason to get rid of it. It's a solid bronzer. This is a bit newer. This is the City Bronzer from Maybelline. I like it. I don't love that the packaging broke already. It's a little bit annoying, but it is a really nice bronzer. Again, just that nice light color, very silky smooth, easy to go on. And you'll see a pattern with all these. They're very light, but they build so nicely, and I like that because I go very hard with my bronzers, so I like to be able to go real heavy without getting a little too much. I have some time to not go overboard, so I do like it. I don't know if I'd repurchase it though. If the packaging was so like easily broken, it's a little annoying. I like that. At least the Milani one that I have is a little bit sturdier, but color-wise, I do like it. Oh, another good one from Laura Geller. This is the Siesta Beach Matte Baked Hydrating Bronzer in Siesta Medium. It's clunky for like how small the actual pan is. Like, this is all mirror, and then this is the pan, but it is a nice bronzer. It's been so long since I've used this. I need to pull it out. Definitely keeping. You know, I think this can go. This is the Cargo Matte Bronzer. I don't know. I'm not the... Oh, I have pan in it. I did not know that. I forgot. Or I should say I forgot. I'm sure I knew it at the time. But I enjoy the formula. I don't love the packaging though, so I feel like I can let it go. I don't know, I'm not super tied to it. Though seeing that pan, that is exciting. I obviously used it a lot to get down to pan. That's pretty cool, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Hoola Benefit Bronzer. I don't know why I keep the little brushes. I should just declutter that. But this, I remember, is a good bronzer. I like it. Very pigmented, very smooth, very nice. I'll keep it. Cream bronzers. Did you guys think I would ever get to, like get into using and enjoying cream bronzers? Definitely keeping. This is really nice. I bought it as a sample size for like a fraction of the price. I still have so much left, all the way up to there. Oh, such a good bronzer. I use it. I go through phases where I use it literally every day. I've been in a kick of just using a lot of cream bronzers when I'm doing my makeup. This is definitely my #1 pick. And then I picked up this one from Persona. It's the Bronze Multi-Stick. It's a little bit darker, but it goes on just as smoothly, just as nicely, blends out really nice. I really like it. Been really enjoying it, so definitely keeping both of these. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 that I am keeping, and I'm decluttering 2. 3 if you count the brush, but just 2. Not too great here, but you guys know me and bronzers, and obviously, like, I feel like all of these are just such good ones. They're ones I really, really love, so none that I, like, want to, like, I don't really care for and want to get rid of. So all the ones in here are great. All right, it's time for blushes. Not too many blushes, obviously. I feel like I've been doing pretty good in recent years to keep my collection pared down, but let's go through them and see if there's any more I want to get rid of. First up is this duo from the By Samantha March collection. This is in Chiclet. I did really enjoy this. I'm not super big into blush, but this was a shimmer blush that when combining the two together, I thought was really nice, so I'm going to keep it. Another shimmer blush that I like, this is the, what shade? Tropic Hues that I got in a BoxyCharm. This is a nice one from Laura Geller. It is really nice. I remember really enjoying it. It's got like a golden pink look to it on the cheeks. Very, very pretty. Gonna keep. This is from Ciate, another shimmery type of blush that I also liked. This is a bit more mauve-y, whereas the first one was more pinky. So I like that kind of, you know, having that difference in my collection when it comes to blushes. So another blush that I am going to keep. This is in the shade Dusk. I really do like this one. From Burt's Bees, this is in Bare Peach, a more peachy tone type of blush. Do I have any others like this? I feel like this Flower Beauty, this is in Peach Primrose, so 2 peachy type of blushes. Do I need them both? Probably not with the frequency that I wear blushes. So let me kind of see which I like more. This has a little more sheen to it. This is more matte. They're a touch different. They definitely are. Do I need them both? No. I'm going to keep the more matte one, and so I'm going to declutter the Burt's Bees and keep the Flower Beauty. Number 7, let's see. Oh, another peach. This is in Peach Velvet. Oh, that looks a lot more pink though. That's definitely different, so I'm going to keep it. I remember enjoying these blushes. I had a couple of them and then I decluttered all but this one, but I do like this formula. From Glow Minerals, this is in Rosebud. This is a nice one as well. It's very mauve-y toned. I really do like it, but I feel like this is definitely getting a bit older. I can probably get rid of it and not feel too sad, so I'm going to declutter it. This is from Milani in Romantic Rose, a really nice kind of rosy toned, obviously. I've used so much of this over the years, but there's barely like, I haven't even lost all of the little indentation of the rose in there. So like sheer, but you guys, I like that type of blush. I'm able to build it up and not go overboard. It's a fantastic blush and it's a color I really enjoy, so keeping. Lorac, this is in Tinge, and then I also have one in Chroma. I feel like Tinge is super light for me. I mean, I guess I use that. I remember enjoying Tinge, but it looks so pale. And then this is in Chroma, a good kind of mauve-y blush, definitely very pigmented. I went very light whenever I use this. But yeah, it's a nice blush. I think I'm going to keep Chroma just because it's more different. And this just, Tinge seems so light. So I'm going to declutter Tinge and keep Chroma. Last 2 are cream blushes. This is from Butter London. This is Amazed. Looks like that. And then I also have from Milk Makeup. This is in the shade Work, W-E-R-K. Let me see. This is a little bit thicker. I do remember the Burt's Bees is like super creamy. Definitely. This is a shade I definitely wear. This is a shade I really wouldn't wear. Sorry, I'm doing it over here in the corner. But I'm going to keep the Milk Makeup and get rid of the Makeup Revolution simply because this is a color I wouldn't use as much. All right. So with that said, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 that I'm keeping, and 4 that I'm getting rid of. That's pretty good. Not mad at that at all. All right, I definitely have a bigger highlighter collection, if you can't tell. I had 2 drawers that I had to dump out for this, but let's declutter and see if I can get it down. Not trying to get it down to 1 drawer, but just trying to get it down to stuff that I actually enjoy. Let's tackle the cream highlighters first. This is from Hourglass. It's a cream highlighter. Obviously, this is in the shade Champagne Flash. And then I also have one from Persona, I should say, in the shade Cava. So shimmery. I don't remember quality-wise, like which one I liked more on the skin. I think both were nice. And then this one. This one's, the Hourglass is more goldy and a little bit more subtle, I would say. And then this is a little bit more blinding. I'm going to keep the Persona one. I feel like That's one that just looks like super pretty. And it's a little bit more lightening and brightening for the highlighter. Yeah, I'm going to keep that and then declutter the Hourglass. Oh my goodness, can't believe I'm decluttering it. But I feel like I've also had this for a very long time. It's probably getting a little old and it is a cream product. So I'm going to keep, oh no, I said Persona. I am so sorry. This is from Merit in the shade Kava. Really pretty, going to keep the Merit one. This is Juvia's Place, the Tribe highlighter. When they launched the Tribe palette, they came out with 3 different highlighters. This is such a pretty one. Like, talk about blinding highlight that you want. Oh, so blinding, so beautiful. Definitely a keeper. Absolutely love this. I have 2 from Giving Glow. This is in the shade Frosted Gingerbread Cookie. And then this is in the shade Late Night Coasting. I think if I remember correctly, I got this one first and I really enjoyed the formula, and then someone was like, you need to get Late Night Coasting for your skin tone, and I absolutely love it. Talk about blinding. Oh my goodness, so blinding. You definitely have to like be careful. Oh gosh, look at that. Be careful going with the light hand. It's absolutely blinding. It's one of my highlighters that I like to reach for when I'm going to be on camera and filming because it just picks up so beautifully on camera. So yeah, I really enjoy that one. I do like this one as well. This one's a little bit more golden-y, as you can see, obviously, but just as blinding, just as beautiful. Do I need them both? Probably absolutely not. Honestly, they look very similar, except the first one is more white. This has just a touch more like beige warmth to it. I don't need both of them, but do I want both of them? Obviously, because I have both of them. I'm going to keep them for now. This is Natasha Super Glow highlighter in the shade Super Glow. This is really nice. Definitely very blinding. Maybe not as much as Gimme Glow, but definitely, maybe, this is definitely very nice and blinding. Maybe not as much as Gimme Glow, but it's definitely more of like a natural blinding highlight, if that makes sense. It's very pretty on. I do enjoy it. Definitely going to keep. Let's do these Ofra. This is the collab with Nikki Tutorials in the shade Glazed Donut. Very blinding. And then this one is March Beauty Word, the collab that they did where they had in 2 different colors. I feel like these 2 probably very similar. Let me see. Just these 2. Let me stay in frame as well. Okay, the Nikki Tutorials is a whole lot more white. And this one is more of like a cream, but they are definitely blinding. Very smooth, very blinding, very pretty. It's definitely, yeah, it has the pink to it, which I'm not as big into like pinky type of highlighters on my skin tone, but I don't really notice it. Do I need both? Probably not. Do I want to keep both? Obviously. Another one of those instances where I don't need both, but I kind of want to keep both, but I don't need both. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Glazed Donuts. I have the one by Samantha March. That's just as good. And they also came out with an, I forget what the name is when she came out. This was her first collab. And then they came out with again later in a second collab and they changed the name, I think. But I'm going to keep this one, Declutter the Nikki Tutorials Glazed Donut. All right, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Ambreezy highlighter as well as the, what is it called? Iced Out? Chill Out? Iced Out. Iced Out highlighter. Both of these I really like. They're different, which I think is interesting because they're not quite the same kind of formula. This is the newer one's a little bit more powdery, but I like them both. The newer one is has a little like gold green hint to it, which I think you can see it there in that shift. It's beautiful, and this is just more of a gold. They're both very blinding on the skin. They go on easily. They're just a fantastic formula. Really like them. Keeping both. All right, so we got some Laura Geller. Let's see, this one is in Gilded Honey, and then this one is in Diamond Dust. Both are so very nice. Do I need to keep them both? Probably not. But definitely the pink one is unique. Definitely want to keep it. And then Gilded Honey, yeah, Gilded Honey, such a classic. Definitely got to keep. Okay, this is from L'Oreal. This is the Daylight. It's all broken. I think I'm just going to go ahead and declutter it. I haven't reached for it in forever. It's really nice, but I feel like I have newer, more blinding ones that I really enjoy, so I'm not going to go through the effort of repressing this. I'm just going to go ahead and declutter. I haven't used this in forever. This is Hard Candy. What's it called? Fox in a Box Girl Boss. I remember loving this so much back in the day. Yeah, it looks pretty like understated, like, oh, okay, that's the highlighter. But then when you actually wear it, I remember it just being so blinding on camera and just very natural in person, but still blinding. I don't know, I remember loving it, but I feel like I never reached for it, so I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. Oh, I had another Give Me Glow highlighter. I didn't even realize. This is from, this is in White Noise. Oh, I like White Noise, but I think it's a little too light for me. I think this is the first highlighter, actually, that I got, and then that began the search for the other ones. Yeah, it's very white. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I have the other two, and like I said, this is very white. I always had to be super careful because it just stuck out a little too much on my skin, so decluttering. Oh my goodness, this is the Smashbox and Vlada highlighter collab in the shade Petal Metal, or yeah, Metal Petal Highlighter. Oh no, Gilded Rose. This was one of, I think, the first PR boxes I got from Smashbox back in the day when I was getting Smashbox PR. It's not the most blinding highlighter, but it's definitely one of the prettiest ones I have. Such a pretty packaging presentation, definitely the reason I kept it. I'm going to keep it for a little bit longer, but I need to reach for it and actually use it. And if I don't love how it looks, I think I'll be ready to declutter it. But gonna try it a couple more times. I had another Ofra as well. This is in the shade Rodeo Drive. This is definitely more goldy. Definitely more, you know, kind of like goldy summery. Very pretty. Very pretty. You couldn't even see where I swatched it, but right here. Very, very pretty. Should I hold on to this as well? Sure. I'm going to hold on to it. Pure's Afterglow Highlighter. This is a very underrated one. I feel like no one ever talks about it, but talk about like such a nice formula. So smooth. It's like so like perfect powdery smooth consistency. Goes on blindingly. Really do like it. So gonna keep it. A really good one that, like I said, I don't hear anyone raving about it, but it's so good. This is from Maybelline the Master Chrome. I don't remember. Oh my gosh, why am I so clumsy? Why am I so clumsy? These are questions that I ask. Anyway, I was going to say that I don't remember what I think about it, but it looks really nice. Looks really nice as I tap it all in. It looks really blinding. Let's see. I'm going to be so shiny. It's nice. Yeah, it's nice. I'll keep it. This is the Makeup Forever one. I forget what this is in. Profusion 02. Oh yeah, I remember really enjoying this, and I feel like no one, again, this is more gold, a darker gold than I have, but still like a nice, good color for my skin, I feel like. That's pretty. I'm gonna keep it. This is one I've thought about decluttering many times. It's a Strobe Light Afterglow from Milani, because I feel like it's a bit like softer and not as like blinding as my other highlighters. However, anytime I put this on, especially if I'm like a more of an everyday type of look, or if I'm not gonna be filming, I really like how it looks. Like it's very natural, like you can barely tell it's there, but when you turn, it just shines so much. It's nice. So while I say all the time, like, oh, I think I can get rid of that, anytime I use it, I'm like, oh, but I like it. So I'm gonna keep it. And last up, this is from CoverGirl Super Blend in the shade Pearl Crush. I don't remember if I absolutely love this, honestly. Looks nice formula. Let's see how it swatches. I mean, that's nice. It's a little bit darker than some of the other highlighters I've been swatching. A little bit softer. I don't know. I never think to reach for this. I'm going to go ahead and declutter it. I don't know. I just never think to, and looking at it now, I'm like, would I miss this if I decluttered it? And I'm like, nah. So, decluttering. All right, so almost fit it all in one. I'm going to definitely still have to break it up, but that's fine. I have room to grow. Let's see how many I kept. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then I'm decluttering 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So not too terrible. Definitely didn't, declutter a ton of them, but I kept ones that I really do like, or I'm just excited to try some more and see if I like them. So definitely I might be getting rid of this in the near future, but these are ones that I want to continue using and want to continue trying, and most of them, majority of them, are ones that I absolutely love. Okay, so we're going to stop it there. We're wrapping it up at that point, and stay tuned. As I said, in a future video, we'll probably dive into the eye products or lip products. Let me know which one you want to see first, lipsticks and lip products, or are you more interested in the eye products, not palettes yet, because palettes is going to be a whole video all by itself, because it's just going to be that long. I'm going to have that one separate, but I'm talking about like mascaras, liners, eye primers, glitters, liquid glitters, loose glitters, stuff like that. Let me know which one you want to see next, and I can get started on editing that one. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as I think I said in the beginning, I wasn't really trying to make sure I cut everything in half or got rid of the majority of my collection. I just wanted to get rid of stuff out of my collection that I wasn't using, I didn't want to use, I didn't need to have it in there, I wasn't interested in keeping it anymore. And so it's like, why hold on to it just to hold on to it, to maybe use it once or twice in the future? I just rather get rid of it, and that way I can focus on the things that I am either enjoying using or just want to use more to get a better feel for it. So that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you guys so very much for watching. As always, I really do appreciate it. If you want to continue following me and getting daily content from me, I'm over on Instagram. I'm LadyKatie92 over there, and I post reels, up close eye pictures, all that sort of thing, but you can find me over there. And with all that said, that'll do it for me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.